Rightio team, welcome to Mount Pirongia, one of my favourite haunts. And yeah, well, this is my first ride of 2024. It's been a wee while since I've been on a bike. Oh. There we go, beautiful. Yeah, she's been a while since I've been on the bike. Only bike in the shed at the moment is this, the Moto Morini X-Cape. Rosie the Rally has been sold. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've been on the bike, so taking it easy. Just filmed a channel update, which should hopefully be already up on the channel. If you've not watched that, please do, because it's got some important info as to why I've been MIA somewhat, as well as what I'm hoping to get done in the future. So I figured while I'm out here, may as well update you on the Morini. It's turned into a lot longer of a long-term test than I actually anticipated. It was originally going to be about 3 months, and we're now 6 months in, and yeah, they've not asked for it back, so when they want it back I'll give it to them, but till then I'm going to keep enjoying this bike. So the X-Cape, adventure touring comes to mind. It says it on the side of it as well, that helps. The X-Cape is not a hardcore adventure bike. Let's bring that straight out of the gate. It is based off a Kawasaki Versys, if you go back far enough in the DNA. So it's a Kawasaki derived engine. It's made by CF Moto. CF Moto, they're the people who make KTMs for KTM now. So oh, I miss being out here. Produces somewhere between 47 and 60 horsepower, depending on what spec it is. That's something that I will admit has been tricky to ascertain with this bike. Honestly, for me, coming off the CRF 250 Rally, it is perfectly adequate power. Like, it's enough to have a good bit of fun in the twisties, hustle along, overtake. You can also do other fun stuff like skids in the dirt. Lots of things I like about this bike. One thing I don't, obviously the airbox is an absolute pain to get to, so if you're riding in lots of dusty conditions, you'll find that something, well, you'll have to deal with essentially. In order to get to the airbox, you have to remove basically all the plastic from the seat forward in order to get out from under the tank. So yeah, not the kind of bike you want to be taking on hard adventures where you might drop it and need to empty out the airbox. But for this sort of stuff, it is absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I think this is generally what 90% of adventure riders think adventure is anyway. Doing some nice gravel roads, getting out exploring, just enjoying being out with nature and stuff. Will it do a hardcore adventure ride? Probably not. Has limited ground clearance, but in saying that, it's got 5mm more than a Suzuki V-Strom, so better suspension than a Suzuki V-Strom as well, which is its main competitor. You'd also think it would compete with, say, the Honda CB500 and the, to a lesser degree, oh look, a truck, the Kawasaki Versys 650, which it is quite based on. In fact, it's kind of nuts that Kawasaki hasn't built their own version of this bike. Like, it does exactly what you sort of want in an adventure touring bike. It's enjoyable on the road, it can go on gravel roads and poodle around, it is quite comfortable. It's quite a great bike, I think. Obviously, being a relatively new brand in its current configuration and these current bikes, you're going to want to know about any issues, stuff like reliability and whatnot. And I can personally say I've had no issues in the 3,000 odd K I've put on this, which in 6 months it's not a lot of riding, let's be honest. But again, look at my channel update video as to why I've not been riding as much as I'd like. But yeah, they seem to be pretty darn reliable. You can pick them up for pretty good money as well. So you got adjustable Marzocchi suspension. You got a lovely seat, which, if you can sort of see how I'm standing at the moment, my feet are locked into the sides of the seat where it sort of arches down. Has a couple of knee pads for you built into the seat. Really comfy, makes standing up nice and easy. Adjustable handlebar position, which I played with. I put it back into the central position just because it's the most versatile. Though long road touring, I'd put it back into the further back for just a bit more upright comfort. For harder, aggressive off-roading, put it all the way forward. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of this bike. Pros and cons. Pros, obviously, very well sorted out, all good spec and everything. Cons, not as much power as its competitors, if that's something that you really get caught up on. I don't personally think that you need it on this kind of bike. It's got more than enough power to have fun, and that's what counts. Otherwise, the only other real con, apart from the aforementioned difficulties in getting to the airbox, is the plastics are pretty vulnerable in stock form. So it does come with crash bars if you option it with them. About $400 or $500 as an accessory. But otherwise, if it falls down, the plastics are quite vulnerable. Woohoo! Oh man, that is why you have fun on bikes. Holy smokes! Did someone crash down through there? Yowza. Oh, slip. Okay, that's why. So yeah, plenty of grunt to have fun, especially for a LAMS approved bike. Now, I'm trying to avoid using that term because a lot of people hear LAMS and they go, nah, I don't want to touch that. Don't want a LAMS bike. But honestly, bikes that are lunar approved these days are so far and away different to bikes that were lunar approved when I was coming through my licensing, back in when you were stuck on a 250. You get so much more as a lunar bike these days. It's utterly nuts. It's the kind of bikes that I could have only dreamed of. So, not quite sure how much longer I'm going to have this bike for. Hopefully the importer just lets me keep using it, as long as I keep producing the odd bit of content on it. So as I said in my video about the channel update, I have started contracting for said importer. They import a few other brands as well, so I'm trying to work out how I'm going to best be able to keep doing the YouTube channel as honestly as possible, but obviously there will be biases that will probably be unconscious, but yeah, I'm going to have to be very upfront going forward as to when I test a bike out, if it's a bike the company I'm doing work for imports. Oh, is my 360 camera falling off? Shite! And that that is why gotta be really careful with these damn things. Oh, that's awkward. Wonder how long that's been like that. Good old 360 cameras. Pretty sure everyone that's got an Insta360 X3 has had exactly that happen, if not worse. Awesome camera though. Oh. So it's dumb fun like that. Just first gear skids. Just having a ball of a time. Oh look, cyclists! Right. Ooh-wee. That wasn't the plan. So, the Morini. It's been a lovely bike for the last 6 months. And definitely seems to be a brand that is hopefully going places. Meant to do an update after EICMA, where Moto Morini had their whole new range of in-house developed bikes, including a new 1200 X-Cape, which, I'll be honest, the styling doesn't set my world on fire. But they've got a new 750, I think, or 850 V-twin sport bike that looks the tits. So yeah, hopefully Morini is gonna go places and actually become a big thing, because honestly I like these bikes. I know people don't like the fact that it's made in China, that Moto Morini is owned by a Chinese company and all that, but when a bike's built to take you out, give you enjoyment, and this one does just that, where it's made is kind of irrelevant.